This is pretty much what they did to that piece. Ten or 12 years ago, a person that I respect asked me to do some editing for him. So even though his budget wasn't anything like what I would be earning if I was cutting for NBC or something, I wanted to help him out, so I said yes. The pieces weren't anything crazy, but I did the best job that I could, and I sent a version of them off to him. He took a look, he said they were fine. Soon after, he paid me, and that was that. Later, I went to his website and I saw those videos, and it turns out they had been completely reordered. But whoever had done it hadn't asked for the clean audio of the sound bites or anything. He just took like the music and everything that I'd put together with my original cut and had just like swapped that around. The original music was skipping and jumping all over the place. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, he decided I'm going to put another extra layer of music underneath it, so maybe it'll smooth things out. Suffice it to say, they had basically just done this. So as soon as I picked my jaw up off the floor, I started scratching my head. And I was like, how could anyone have thought that the result was actually good? I mean, my client obviously didn't care because it was on his website. He thought it was fine. What I didn't realize at the time was that he and I were looking at video editing on two completely different ends of the same spectrum. My client was not interested in putting together a piece that would be worthy of submitting to film festivals. He was looking for a basic, functional piece that cuts out the stuff at the beginning and the end that you don't need, and that's it. Now, at the time, I didn't know where his mind was, and frankly, he didn't have any way of knowing that my mind was in the mindset of editing for a career in Hollywood, where people pay me to sometimes spend up to a full week putting together 90 seconds of finished television. So that's big idea number one. Most people's idea of editing goes between two extremes of everything is art, everything must be art, and just chop everything off at the beginning and the end and call it good. See, most videos that go through the editing process are somewhere in the middle, and they lean towards one side or the other. And it's not even as simple as artistic editing means you do a lot of editing. Sometimes the most artistic and powerful thing you can do is to not edit at all. The difference between the two sides really comes down to your mindset and what you're thinking before you edit and while you're editing, asking questions like these. What do you want to accomplish with the project you're editing? What kind of story do you want to tell? What do you want your audience to know or do or feel at the end? As soon as you start asking questions like that, you are automatically pushing the balance of your piece towards the Shakespeare artistic side of things and away from the no frills, bare bones shopping list thing. Now, make sure you hear this too. Not every story that we tell is going to be art. It just can't happen. It's not possible, and that's totally fine. But it's when you start putting more attention towards the art of the editing, pushing the balance of your piece towards the Shakespeare artistic side of things, that the impact of your work really starts to make itself known. That's something that you could literally take years to fully unpack. But that's our goal here at Story Greenlight, that in every single video, you will be able to take away a big idea or a small tip that you can immediately put into use to make your stuff really, really good. However you and your audience happen to define good, which is a whole separate discussion. So if that's something you're into, step away from the shopping list, hit the subscribe button, and let's keep talking about how to add more value, more meaning, more life to the stories that we tell. I'm Jeff Bartsch. I'm glad you're here.